What's going on, kickboxers? We're going to talk about a kick today. Talk about two different types of kicks. Uh, about the round kick. We're talking about the round kick. Different types of round kicks. We're going to do two different ones. There's a one that I always teach you guys, the basic round kick, where we're really getting the hip into it and turning the hip over. There's also another round kick where we kind of do on the 45 degree, and when I use the kick on the 45, it's not really meant to be like a really powerful kick. It's more meant to come up inside of the guard and come up between the guard of the arms, or over the top of the guard, or when the hands are dropped. And it's more of a quick snapping kick that you would aim for the neck or somewhere right above the pelvis over here. It can also be effective, but there's some dangers to doing that kick. And since your bone is going up on that 45 degree here, if it catches an elbow on the way up, it can really damage your leg. It can be like a destruction on your leg, and it's not the least bit comfortable. There's also the chance of the kick being checked on the way up and catching the knee. So it's something that I've thrown before, but you really have to be careful in the mannerism that you throw it. And I'll tell you, the only situations I've really thrown it was in like a taekwondo tournament or taekwondo type of sparring, where we had American rules where we knew the kicks would be from the waist up. Because if we're playing with leg kicks with anything below the waist, then there's always the possibility of somebody checking the kick and thinking it's a leg kick, and you catch a knee on the way up, and that's really, really painful. So let's talk about this kick on the 45 for a minute, and I'll show you a couple of different angles. But set up to the kick any way that you want, but this one doesn't involve the big turning over of the hips where I'm turning my shoulder into the bag. I can lead my shoulder back. I'll usually bring my shoulder a little bit forward and lean in, but my chest is still kind of exposed to the bag. It's not like I'm turning my back to the camera. My hip's not turned over that much. My foot on the ground is pointed out slightly. It may be on the 45. It's not going to be totally straightforward, just because I don't like to tweak on the knee as much. So I'll strike here, and I'll turn that out to the 45, so my hips are 45 on the bag, and the kick comes up. A lot of times I find myself hitting on the ankle or somewhere on the low shin area. And if you're making contact with the bag right there, you're going to be making contact at the same spot if you catch an elbow or if you catch a knee. All right. Sometimes it's just a snap. It almost looks like what a front kick would be, but you change that angle to 45 degrees, come up in here. If I get somebody that's punched or a looping punch and I want to come up in between their guard, I'll bring it up a little bit higher to come in right by the face. It's almost like a little slap with the foot. It can be effective for setting up different types of things, but like I said, you always have that risk of hitting the elbow or hitting the knee when the kick is checked. Our typical round kick has more power. When we step, we turn our heel all the way around, and the hip and the shoulder go all the way around. They turn around. This kick comes in at a different angle. 45 is it's right here, just a little snap. All right, as opposed to turning the hip all the way over into those kicks. So practice with that. If you have somebody to practice with, a good way to practice is just have them kick their hands, have them double up on the hands, and you're just bringing it up and hitting the hands right there. So it's a good way to practice. If you have a soft pad up against the wall, it's a good way to practice. This one's a little bit tougher to practice just without a bag, because you really need something to have that impact. If you don't have the impact, then you really don't get the feel of what the kick is like. So put you some reps in, get you 10,000 reps, and talk to me later.